your time, Debbie. Thank you for calling Pawtucket City Hall.
Oh, you're welcome.
Our hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you know the extension number you need, you can call it now or at any time during this announcement.
Please listen carefully to the department that you need. If you want to report a problem with a pothole, sewer, or traffic light problem, or to reach the Public Works Department, press 1. For planning and redevelopment, press 4. For city clerk's office, press 5. For tax information, press 6. For zoning and code enforcement, press 7. For the mayor's office and voter registration, press 9. Or press the pound key for our names directory. If you need further assistance, enter last name and pound sign. Press 1 to select. Jesse Washington.
Hi, Jesse. It's Lynn Farinelli. I just received your denial for that APRA. You are aware that I have received other tape recordings of myself with Chief King, Gonzalez, Perez, all of them. You are aware that up to this point, recordings have been released to me. Is it just because this proves that they're not taking a complaint of criminal misconduct?
What was explained to me as far as the decision not to send the audio out was because that audio contained information that could be viewed as personally identifiable information in regards to someone. And that they were aware, yes, that they had previously released different audio to you, that they meaning Frank and whoever he spoke with regarding those decisions, that those ones that were released to you did not contain sensitive information.
Of course they did. They didn't contain sensitive information. These audio recordings were about my son's death. What are you talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. No, I think that I know why we're withholding those. I think that it was because the police officer or whoever, the desk sergeant, implied that he wasn't going to tell me anything or do anything because he felt that I was suing the city. But as far as personal identifiable information, this has been, I have probably 7 recordings at this point. So are we going to say that all those previous ones were personally identifiable information that could reasonably be expected to constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy? Because if that's the route the city wants to.
I was told that those ones they were deemed did not have personally identifiable information, and they're deeming the current audio to contain personally identifiable information.
Personal identifiable information. I don't understand that. The previous ones have everybody's names, have situations on them and everything else. So in other words, if I don't get these two, and you feel that these two are the most egregious of unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, then I think that we should look at the other 7 that I have.
I mean, they didn't explain to me what was contained in the previous ones because I don't recall those ones. I don't know if I was involved in sending those ones out, but that was what was explained to me when we sent out the response to this one. That's how they explained it to me.
Okay, so no other names were mentioned in these other personal identifiable except for the guy answering the phone refusing to take a report. So I don't understand. Perez has been mentioned in the past. My son has been mentioned in the past. In fact, you guys even sent out my son's with a police report with my son's name all over it. So I don't know where this line of this happens, but I'm going to tell you today that if Frank doesn't get those to me, and if this is what you're going to stand behind, then the other 7 are going to be looked at. Because if he thinks that this is personal identifiable information, he's got another thing coming, because more egregious would be the other ones.
Right. He did tell me that was what he was gonna stand by for the decision for this audio. If that contradicts something that you got in the past, then definitely go to the last paragraph of the response for the options that are available. But that is the decision that he decided to make for this audio. So if you feel like it contradicts the past one, then you definitely have the right to move forward with any type of appeal or...
Well, I think I need to call the Attorney General's office and see, well, what ones would be more egregious. I mean, really, this is so ridiculous that you people have been blocking information and then giving out information that you shouldn't. I mean, this law office is a big joke. I mean, I can't even imagine that 2 calls that I placed to the police department would be personally identifiable. I was looking for a service that the city is not providing in criminal misconduct. So I don't understand this whole, I mean, whose unwarranted invasion of personal privacy is this?
Well, I couldn't tell you like a person's name because then that would be me giving information to that person, but it would just be like in any instance if someone was accused of a criminal act but no arrest was made, then under the law we're not supposed to give out any of that information.
I was requesting this person to be arrested. I have been requesting that this person be arrested because I have proof that he lied to a medical examiner, which is felonious. I don't know if you guys even can comprehend what I'm asking you people to do. And I cannot even imagine that. I'm asking that Mr. Perez be arrested. I'm asking that he be arrested. I'm making a complaint. So when you call and make a complaint about somebody, then I don't see why that wouldn't be deemed, public record if you can give out all this other information.
Probably, I don't know, I can't speak to if you're saying there's a conflict for the stuff that was given out to you previously. If you feel that something was given out to you previously, that
no, I'm saying that you guys are withholding this.
Not giving you now, then that's definitely something that you could pursue with your rights as far as appealing. But for the response that went out to you today, we can't give out any information on people based on someone being accused of something.
You're kidding, right? So everybody that calls the police department and has a complaint to make against somebody, those audio tapes cannot be released.
I mean, all I can tell you for this denial is that, like, the reason we are not allowed to send anything out is if they have something to do with someone being accused of something that they were not arrested for, then that's not public record. But for this denial, if you don't feel that it's right, or if you feel that previous ones that you got were contradictory, then that's definitely something that you could pursue with either the mayor's office or the AG's office pursuant to the last paragraph of the response. But there's nothing else that I could help you with regarding the current AFRA. I mean, you have to take it beyond what I could help you with here.
Okay, Jesse. I know that you're saying that you were not involved in the other 7 that I have received. Okay? And I'm telling you, there's at least 7. Okay? So I have received all these others, but when I am putting forward a complaint to the city that the city is denying me a service of arresting this person, you're going to tell me that one is going to be withheld? Hey, you know what? Go in and redact Perez's name, because I don't give a shit, because I'm going to put it on the internet anyway. So you can go in and you can take Perez's name out of it. Go in there and delete his name out of it.
This is the response and the way that it's dealt with for here, but I mean, if you don't feel like that's right, then you have to pursue it with the mayor's office, but we're not. Like, Frank already made a decision on how that one was going to go out, and I just want to be clear, too, also, the response that goes out, I email them out, but Mr. Milos reviews them, and if you look at the signature block, it has his name, and I just email it out for him, so that's the decision that this office made and how they handle those types of requests. So it's from Frank, and I mailed it out for him, and I was involved in the process of sending it out to you. But that is what the decision is, and
Okay, so you can
if you
redact.
don't agree with it, you got to
You
go through either the AG's office or the mayor's office.
Okay, so you're able to redact other things, but you're not able to redact Perez's name, which everybody knows Perez's name anyway. But you're not able to redact Perez's name. I mean, he lied to the medical examiner. He lied to the medical examiner. This is not like, oh, did he or didn't he? He did. He did. We have the paperwork. He did. So I don't know. I'm trying to really understand why you can't just redact his name from that. Redact his name from it. Everybody knows who he is. Come on. I mean, what's the big deal?
You're saying that you feel that that information could have been given out to you with redactions, but I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that the decision on either making those reductions or not making, that decision's already been made. So if you don't believe that that was the appropriate response for you, then, I mean, it would still have to go through either the mayor's office or the AG's office. Like, there's nothing else that we could do here at this level.
Okay, and so just so you know, for your last paragraph block here that you sent in a previous one, which was that arrest in that kid, it says here, if you believe the city has not been responsive to your request, you may contact two or may appeal to Mayor Donald R. Grebian. Who's two?
Appeal to either the mayor's office or the AG's office should be the language in there. Are you saying that language is in there? I can double check it for you.
Yeah, go to the last one, the arrest one that you sent me this morning, and it says you may contact two.
Oh, it might, let me check, and maybe the language got cut off. The one regarding the arrest, you said?
Yes.
Let me see.
Second line.
I'm opening it right now to see what happened. If you believe the city is not being responsive to your request, you may contact that is, I see that. That looks like some sort of typo. I'll definitely go in there and make sure that that's fixed. Let me see. Also,
It was changed
so
on
what it should say is that if you believe the city is not being responsive to your request, you may contact. It probably supposed to say you may contact the mayor's office or appeal to the mayor's office.
Oh, so in the last year, they have actually taken out the fact that I can appeal to Mr. Milos in regards to this, and now it's just the mayor's office.
I'm not sure. My understanding was that it was always either supposed to be you can appeal to the mayor's office or the AG's office.
No, I think it used to say you can contact.
For you.
I think it used to say you can contact my office or may appeal to. But we can go back because there's numerous ones that I can actually look at. But
I'll definitely look into it on my end too, because I'm not sure what used to be there. I just know that, from personal knowledge, that I've always been told if somebody has a problem with the app or responses, that they can appeal to the mayor or the AG's office. But I see this language and I understand what you're saying, so I can go in and I can go back and look and see if there's some type of change that was made that I wasn't aware of, and then also see if this letter needs to be fixed, because I'm glad you brought it to my attention, because it doesn't read properly.
Right, and then about an hour later, you sent me one that has a different last paragraph in it. So I'm just curious.
Yeah, because sometimes they get changed before, like, I send them out, and maybe something got accidentally removed.
Who types these?
This is, it gets drafted. I draft it myself, and then it gets reviewed by my boss, Frank Milos, as to if he feels like something else needs to be done on a specific APRA, and then I send it out after the changes are made.
So within an hour, the difference was made. I don't understand that, but yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna split hairs on it. I just want to bring it to your attention.
Then the one that you said for the audio.
Yes.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might just be two. It might be our template, because the last paragraph there is a standard paragraph that everybody gets to inform them of their rights for appealing.
Right.
So it might be the template for arrest document responses, and then that one might have been messed up. So I'll go
Do you-
in and I'll look at it.
Do you happen to
But
know?
yeah.
Do you happen to know when that was changed? That you can no longer contact Mr. Milos when you have a problem with it. I mean, before it used to say that you could contact
I
him.
don't recall exactly because I haven't actually, like, I don't remember that ever being in there, but I don't really pay attention. Like I said, my knowledge on it was that always you can appeal to either the mayor's office or the AG's office. But I mean, if you wanted to know that, that's something that you could put in a request for, but I don't personally know off the top of my head if it was in there before when it was changed.
Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me it was, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at previous ones from like a couple years back since I've been working here and fix the one you're telling me has the typo that I'm reading with you has a typo, it doesn't read correctly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That's actually
about that.
that typo was, I think, in a couple of them anyway. But you know, if it's a typo, I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to delete, you know, the fact that you can appeal to his office if you have a question or a complaint about the actual decision. But anyway, I mean, that's neither here nor there because I have bigger fish to fry today, obviously. So basically what we're gonna conclude from this conversation is that I shouldn't have received any of those other previous ones, and now I'm being denied the two that I've recently. So sometimes it's unwarranted invasion of privacy, and sometimes it isn't, depending on what your office feels for the day, or depends on what the officer might have said to me, like maybe that he has to be careful and he knows who I am because I'm suing the city, which I have not seen a lawsuit with the city yet. So, but you know, we're trying here. You know, maybe they'll come after me. You never know. Anyway. So that would be very interesting at this point. But so I'm guessing that Perez hasn't been arrested, from what you're telling me.
There was no arrest report associated with the request that you sent in.
Right. So. Yeah, but you know, it's a very interesting conversation. I don't know if you got to hear it, but you know, I had asked if it was a criminal offense to lie to a medical examiner's office in a death, and they were all about it. They were all about trying to figure out who it was until they realized it was one of their own, and then all of a sudden it wasn't such a criminal offense, I guess. But we don't have to get into that. All right, so today I guess I just send this over to the Attorney General's office, and they can look at it for about a year, and then I'll get a decision on it, and hopefully Frank Milos is still working there at the time. Who knows?
What was that?
I said hopefully Frank Milos is still working there at the time, you know, in about a year or so, when the decision finally comes through on whether or not, you know, this has been probably just jerking Lynn Farinelli around. But anyway, all right, I'll do what I have to do, I guess. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jesse.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.